All right, so this is my Monday workout, a lower body day, focus kind of on more on acceleration, heavier lifting with the lower body. So we start out with a bunch of sprint variations, some half kneeling. Then we got into the chase the ball. One of my favorite variations, just especially when you're using tennis ball, can be good. I used a lacrosse ball, kind of gives a little bit different bounce, especially on the track. It will hit some weird grooves and start just accelerating. It's kind of crazy how these balls bounce, and just a little bit more bounce kind of force you to go faster to get it. So I did a lot of different variations that way. Some half kneeling again, some lying on my back, even some just lying on my front, on my stomach, doing those. So just got a bunch of good quality reps in. Again, chasing down the ball, let the ball bounce first and then get up and go. So here's another on my back variation. So lay down, wait for the ball to bounce once, and then get up and try and get it on as few bounces as possible. Obviously, we got to let the people walk by so I don't run into them and knock them over. So throw it, let it go, get up, go get it. That was a pretty good rep there. This was a weird one. I don't know why, but I threw it way at an angle, which is fine too. You're not going to always be running straight. And then we just got into the regular stand-up ones. But again, just adding a ball can make sprinting a lot more fun than just running down and back, down straight forward every time, timing yourself, whatever. That helps too, but change it up. Use a ball, use a frisbee, whatever. Then I use the ball again for jumps. Some jumps, just bounce it once off the wall and jumping, try and get it at its highest point. Again, working on getting up, giving yourself an objective, a constraint, something to reach for. They didn't have hoops down. Usually I'd do this with like a basketball hoop and jump up and touch the rim or backboard, but they had softball and tennis in there this morning. So use the ball variation, bounce it up, and again, the ball bounces weird, so sometimes you're not going to be able to grab. It gives you some different looks, just like in sports and life. Variety. It's not always going to be the same thing. Repetition without being repetition without repetition. And again, sometimes they're not good throws and don't bounce very high. But still, it's just jumping different ways. So again, make jumping more fun than just doing 3 sets of 5 box jumps or whatever. The typical jumps off 1 foot, off 2 feet. Change it up. Go get the ball. Make it fun. And then we got back home and did some more jumps. Focus on our horizontal jumping. So broad jumps. Did seated broad jumps today. Mark my progress so I can try and beat it. So the green little thing is the marker to see if I jump higher or jump farther. Again, giving yourself something to shoot for. Something to jump over, jump farther than, jump up to, whatever it is. Use that to help make yourself better rather than just having an arbitrary, I'm just going to jump. So we did these, and then we did mix these with drops. So again, went upstairs. Really the only thing high enough, don't want to go outside because it's in shorts, don't need to go out and get cold all the time. Outside where I have higher things I can drop off, but these work for right now. So I did 30 of these a day, just different sets of 5 in between the broad jumps and then a few sets of my squat. So worked up, added 5 this week, dropping off, taking on the force, the collision, getting the impact on the joints, the hips, getting that all prepared for things I'll do in the upcoming baseball season and in life, and just strengthening and learning to take on impact. And just a few more sets of broad jumps. Again, don't prescribe any sets and reps. Kind of once I stopped making progress on my distance, that's kind of when you know, I'm maybe not as interested in these or my progress is falling off. So that might be a good time to call it good. So that's what we did today with these. And with jumping, just like everything else, you're not always going to make constant progress. There's going to be days where you're jumping farther than others, some where you just feel like crap. I was kind of sick all weekend, woke up with just in dead sweat a few times last night. It's the worst feeling ever. I'm just sweating to death and when you're sleeping, then you got to get up and it's like, oh, my sheets are all soaked from sweat. Had to wash them and stuff. I had a sore throat all weekend, but again, it's not always going to be the best. My Aura ring said 47 for my readiness, and it said I probably shouldn't work out today, but this is what I did. I worked out, and I felt a lot better after it. I feel a lot better throughout the day, too. Then we got into some single leg broad jumps, and this is the way to tell you're not very, make me look not very athletic at all, especially at the left leg. Just look awkward. Again, do things you suck at. That's what makes you better. If you're just doing stuff you're good at all the time, what's the point in that? So challenge yourself, do things you suck at, and even when you're not feeling the best, getting in some sort of training session is better than none, even if it's just movement. And don't rely on the technology to tell you whether to work out or not, whether it's a whoop band or a ring, Morpheus. Again, listen to your body. You learn your body more than just listen to technology. Technology can be great. I use it for tracking my sleep, tracking my steps mainly. HRV is fine, heart rate's fine. But listen to your body. If your body feels like crap, you'll know when to take a day off. But I actually felt halfway solid this morning. Even though the Aura ring said I shouldn't work out, we worked out and had a good workout. Then we got into a movement I have never done before, this transverse Zercher squat. I saw these from, what is his name? I can't think of the guy's name. Judd Leinard on Instagram. He does a lot of sweet different movements, different variations, and it's just about being creative and doing different things. So we paired those. We did some drops in between, finished out our drops, and then we did our spine mobility. So just grab a PVC pipe side bends on these and worked up to a heavy set of 2 each way on the transverse Zercher squats. So it's getting out of that up and down. Everything you do in the gym, especially with squats and in deadlifts, it seems to be up or down, forward or back. You don't go like side to side or this transverse. You're getting in different movement to the side, to the back side, kind of at an angle. It's about getting creative, and the Zercher challenges you with the elbows and just a different grip. I'm not getting as deep watching these videos as I should. So probably program these in again next week and get deeper on them. But working our way up, having fun, doing something different. That's the fun thing. Going in, you don't know how much weight you can do on these. So it's not like a bench press where I know my max or whatever, or a regular squat where I have a relative idea of what I should be able to do. These I have no idea. I've never done them before. So challenging yourself and doing something different is always fun. Yes, it's a squat. Yes, it's kind of a lunge, but it's the body's not meant to move just in one direction, up and down or whatnot. It's meant to move every direction. So get out of that zone, get out of that box. I think it was Jeff Lavecchio I heard say, if you're doing everything in a phone booth, you're not doing it right. That's what he means by this, is getting different directions, not just doing up and down. Get outside of that phone booth. Then we moved on to a single leg trap bar RDLs. Hit both of these. Work up, get heavier and heavier on these. I think this is the most I've ever done with these. And then, of course, we got to hit our adductors and abductors. So got up on the GHR machine, kind of in one arm on the bench. I don't know, kind of weird setup. But it works. So get a good stretch on that groin, and then pull yourself up with it too. Get both legs, both sides. And again, it's not just about squats and hinges and lunges. There's all these other different areas that you need to work as well the smaller muscles, the muscles that you don't always get, you kind of skip when it's, yeah, you're hitting them in some of those other movements, but getting some direct work to them can strengthen them because a lot of these little muscles are going to play a big role in just being a good quality mover. And the abductors here, the outside, same type of thing. Let the body sink down and then push up. So we did a few sets of those, and then we finished out with a long duration iso hold weighted with the belt squat. So I never done the iso for this long with a belt squat. Usually heavier for shorter, but lighter for longer. Again, these were nice way to finish out the day. So that was today's workout. If you got questions, comments, hopefully you're enjoying the little inside look at the Athlete for Life program.